So hi friend, today I am going to tell in this video how we can read the file from the HDFS. Till now we have seen how we can read the file from the local file system using the Spark context text file method. Now we will tell how we are going to read the file from the HDFS. So let me create one Scala application over here, object type, and let's specify the name, the read HDFS CSV file. So CSV file is going to be read from the HDFS. So this is how we can create the class, object class into a Scala. Now what we need to do, we need to create the main method over here. You can hit enter and the application is now created with the main method. Now what the first thing you need to do, as we know for each and every Scala application, first we need to create the Scala, that is the Spark context object. Then only by making use of that only we are going to enter into the Spark based application. So I have already written the code into my notepad. I'll be pasting over here and then I will be explaining the things to you. So see here, after this main method, the very first thing we need to take care that we have to create the Spark configuration and Spark context object. Okay, how we are going to create? So this is the syntax predefined in the previous example also we discussed. We need to import these two jars over there. Now here if we are talking with a Spark session, for this also import will be required, and for this Spark session only how in this import is coming, you can see import is coming from spark.sql.spark session, and for this one only I have the dependency added over here. This is Spark SQL. If you are not adding this one, you will get the error over there to import this one. You will not get the Spark session import option over here. So this is how till now we have done the configurations. Now after doing the configuration, what you have to do? You have to take one HDFS file and make sure where HDFS and what location your HDFS is running, that you need to specify over here. So for that purpose, what you have to do, I will tell you what you have to do, but I am explaining the code over here now. So this is the, I have taken this HDFS file location on the HDFS. Wherever the cluster is running, you need to specify the location with the file name. This you can hold into one variable. Now after that you need to create, you can write the whole code over here, or you can directly write one method. That method is nothing but it is the read from HDFS, and you need to pass the location with this Spark session object over here. So the method will jump over here and it will come to this read from HDFS. Okay, now here there are some settings, okay, that we need to do it. So whenever we are talking with the Spark data frames, how we are going to read the value into the Spark data frames, Spark is having providing the facility, the API like read, then dot format, and then we need to specify what format it want to read the data. So that data will be in the CSV format, and these are the some of the additional setting over there. And then dot load, you need to specify. Dot load is a method which is going to load the file from the HDFS to your code. So here either you can in the direct you can specify the file name. So this file name is nothing but it is the location. Okay, this value, the HDFS cluster running, and it is having the CSV file that we need to specify over here, so that it is going to load the data into your, read the data into from HDFS into your application, and then you have read the value into this data frame. So from this method you need to return this data frame. As you can see, this data frame is getting returned and it will be stored over here. You can give any name. I have given simply here the username hyphen data frame. Then so data is now available into this username data frame. So we know that in the data frame, Spark data frame, we have the method to see the context schema of that data frame by making use of the print schema, or if we want to display the content of each and every uh, each and every line of that data frames. So we can make use of like this one data frame dot collector for each, then println. Now it is showing us some of the exception type over here, value is over here, right? Collect and then other things, it is not able to detect it. So that error we need to fix it first before running it. And so this data frame is going to be fixed by using this import. Okay, so now you can see if we imported this data frame, it is imported over here from the SQL package, and now these errors are also gone. Okay, now what will happen if you are running this application? So just run this application. It will take a couple of the seconds to run it. And it's 100% guaranteed that this running this application is going to be give you the message error code 1, exit code 1. Why? Because it is not able to get the location of the file where your file is present from the HDFS. Why that is showing? See this error? Because we have not started the Hadoop cluster. Hadoop cluster is not running right now at the localhost 9000 port. So how it is going to read the value? So that purpose only, first we have to start the Hadoop cluster before reading any of the file from the HDFS or before writing any file to the HDFS. So I'm pausing my recording and I'll start the Hadoop cluster, then I'll tell you. Yeah, so sorry for the interruption. I paused my video because I was starting the Hadoop cluster. So as you can see, I have installed and configured the Hadoop cluster into the Windows machine itself. That we can do it either running it on the Ubuntu, or we can run it on the Google Cloud, AWS, or on Windows itself. So in my case, I have installed the Ubuntu, means the Hadoop cluster into my Windows only, and you can see I have started the DFS and Yarn. So let me cross verify by the JPS command, and it will list that all the daemons are running perfectly. Okay, so now it means that Hadoop cluster is running fine. Okay, now I will try to execute this one. So this time Hadoop cluster is started, so it should be able to get this file. Make sure this file is present at that location. Meanwhile, I am going to run this application. So whatever the data present into that CSV file, that will be read from the HDFS, and the same which is going to be displayed over here. That's the intention of this program. In next video, I will tell how we can write the file to the HDFS from the IntelliJ application using a Spark and Scala. And I have a lot of the videos which is related to Spark, Scala, and Big Data and Hadoop. So you can just look into my channel over there. That is the Data Edge. You can YouTube, you can search Data Edge space Vikram. You will be able to get the videos and see. So the exit code is 0. It has read successfully file from the this location, and this was the schema for that, because I have executed this command also, print a schema. So it is showing the schema for that file also, and these are the content of that file, and you can see. So this is how we can read the file from the HDFS into the Spark Scala application development using IntelliJ. So for more videos, stay tuned and subscribe my channel. You will be able to get multiple videos which is related to the Spark, Scala, Python, and Hadoop. So thanks for watching.